We sent our man Patrick Mullen out to speak to Rangers and Celtic fans a day after the event.
Yeah, it was good that they managed to bounce back, and I've seen that a couple of times this season with them bouncing back, which is showing a bit more resilience for when Beale was here, I think, definitely.
Dominated the first half, totally high press. It was one of the best performances of the season I've seen so far. Getting players back, so hopefully that should see us across the line.
Second half were a lot better. I think the conditions didn't help the first half. We've seen that in the second half. It's a game of both halves, and the team playing into the wind get a brunt of both halves. But quite confident second half. Go to Celtic Park, and even a draw would suit us now. So only at Celtic they've got to win now. So I think the pressure's on them. The league's in our hand.
Poor defending for a few of the goals. Yang should have got closer to Matondo, should have got a shot in. They're happy with a draw, so title's still in our hands, win all our games, and we should be okay.
More disappointed on how we played in the first half. I thought we were terrible. It just looked like I don't know, players were sort of scared. It's a sort of tag the team have the last few years, is that I don't want to use it in camera, but like bottle jobs, they're having the balls for it. Yeah. The first half proved that yesterday. But listen, he made subs the right time. He had to make that sub at half time. I was expecting another sub, but he made the right sub at half time, and it all worked out in the end.
I felt we get robbed again, the referees as usual. So I did. And first half totally destroyed them and felt it could have been a bit 4. So, aye, but sure when we come here next time, what is it, 6 games we've got left?
Yes.
So if we win all of them, we win the league.
First Old Firm derby yesterday. I travelled all the way from Southport. My name's Greg. Atmosphere was absolutely electric. Absolutely electric. Shame about the result, so I did want them to win, but absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, interesting from both sets of supporters here. And again, just before we talk about an unsavoury point on this, pick you up on that point, Neil. Who has the advantage now towards the end of the season?
I'm going to say Celtic, because the big game when it comes around against the Celtic Park. You need to look at the split as well, Peter. I think Celtic may have to go to Kilmarnock, which will be very, very tricky.
We reckon they've got 3 home games.
They've got 3 home games and 2 away. One will be Kilmarnock and possibly St Mirren. Look, if you're going to win the league, you got to win all the games. I think, are this team capable of doing it? I don't know. Are Rangers capable of going all the way and winning all the games? I don't know. So for me, Celtic got a leg up, but I'm not saying they're clear favourites to win it now.
Yeah, Dundee's a huge game for Rangers, and again we're talking about that moral victory or that psychological boost, whatever it is. They have to go to Dundee on that rotten pitch, and Philip Clement will be saying to them, "Look, destiny is in our hands here. Go and win that game, and then hit the top of the table."
I think it's the same for both teams. I think there's no margin for error now. I think it's just bank the points. It doesn't matter how you get there. It's simply make sure you're putting points in the bank, because any slip up whatsoever can be fatal now. Any slip up now, when you start to run out a road of making it up, and I think it also hands the impetus to the other team. There's just so little between them. You've seen both of them lose games this season unexpectedly. Neither of them have had a straight road. It's been fairly inconsistent at times from Celtic too. Celtic have lost to Kilmarnock twice, have lost to Hearts, Rangers losing to Motherwell at Ibrox, results that you wouldn't have anticipated. But I think it really has to be blemish-free from here on in for whoever wants to win it.
Do you know, it's a funny league this year. Rangers have lost 5 games, Peter.
Yeah.
Any last season, Celtic have been on the way of it.
Celtic have 6 draws.
Yeah, and 3 defeats. So there's been inconsistency on,
erratic.
Yeah, not the level that we've been used to.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so close, I think, as well.
Both too are bringing back players from injury that will be pivotal to the run-in. Celtic having Hatate back is huge. You saw yesterday what they've missed. He's almost lost a season, came back in and broke down again. I think you saw what he has to offer, the energy, just the level of composure that he lends Celtic in the middle of the park, and also he's capable of chipping in with goals. His attacking threat that he offers, McGregor too, you would anticipate just getting up to speed across recent weeks too.
Well, it's the finish that we wanted, Ruffy, to be perfectly honest with you. In my mind, I think the winner of the game at Celtic Park wins the league.
Well, it's going to, if we're talking about the teams are going to take care of all the other games,
I think they will.
You're talking about Rangers would need to go there for a draw.
Yeah.
You know, Rangers a draw.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a big ask as well. You're going to have to go into that game and win it. I think, as Neil's touched on it with the split, I don't know what the split's going to be. Are the two of them going to have 3 home games and 2 away?
3 away.
3 away. I think. Well, obviously, when the split comes out, there'll be a conspiracy theory going about there. You know, in the lobby saying why we going there? Why are we going there? We never went. No, you know what I mean. That's the way it is. That hands, I think, Celtic a bit of an advantage. If Rangers have got 3 away games, we don't know where they're going to be, but they're certainly going to be tough.
Yeah.
I think so much of it comes down to who handles the pressure of the situation. Now, I think there's a lot of pressure on that game at Celtic Park. If Rangers only need a point, if both keep winning and they go into that one, and that will be, you can guarantee it'll be the first or second game after the split, second game at the very latest.
I think it'll be the first.
I think it'll be the first. But I think if you go in thinking, well, if you get a draw and come out here, you know, it puts a lot of pressure on Celtic to say
It's
we've got to go and
impossible,
force it.
Alison, to play for a draw.
Yeah.
Impossible.
And Celtic obviously have the advantage
you've ever
of
played for a
50,000.
draw.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, it's
Do you know what I mean?
impossible,
So, you know, like I said, you could, you know, like, say Rangers decided to play for a draw yesterday. First minute, they're a goal down to a freak. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying, Peter?
Yeah.
Like, anything can happen in football, right? Your best laid plans can go out the window after a minute. So I don't think Philippe will go into the game thinking, I'm going to set out to get a draw. I'm going to set out not to get beat and to maybe win it.
Yeah. Okay, it's going to be interesting. Give us your thoughts on it in the comments section, and don't forget, if you hit the subscribe button, you'll join the football family. We like to offer you an opinion. Some you like, some you don't. Obviously, we try and emphasise to everyone that if you are in the comments section, try and act with a modicum of decency. I know that I used to say that on a regular basis, Ruffy. I've actually kind of shut my gob, but at times try and keep it decent so that we can obviously maintain your subscription, which is absolutely free. And if you want to download the app, you'll get all the breaking news at your fingertips.